I did get an email from a certain attorney today. And Kemper was sitting right here. We were actually working on some stuff on my computer here. And I was like, I'll be doggone, Ernie's lawyer didn't message me. And at first I was like, I'm going to respect his, because he said something about, it might be best for his family, that certain things. I'm going to read you most of it. But the more I read it, the more I think like I'm not disrespecting him. I've exchanged several emails with him now, and not talking about Ernie's case at all. He won't do that, and I've not asked him to do that. But he did clear some things up that he thought, because I guess he was pointed in our direction as far as some things that were said publicly yesterday, and he just wanted to, set the record straight.
Mm-hmm.
So officially, I'm going to set it straight. The man, he asked me not to broadcast his office's name or his phone number. He gave me his phone number, the office number, and, told me I could call him, and he would explain some things that happen in the court system in Kentucky, the way it works, if I wanted to talk to him about it. And then, he explicitly let me know that he would not talk about Ernie's case, and I understand that. In the public defender's office out of Madison County. So he was not hired by a third party or by Ernie. He was assigned to the case. And he said he would be glad to explain to me how that comes about in Kentucky, how, in certain level cases in circuit court, things are done. And, and I told him I probably would call him next week and let him explain that to me, and then I will explain it to you the way he tells me. Like I said, he didn't want me to broadcast his phone number, and I'm not going to. He said he didn't want his office harassed. And I ask you, our subscribers, to respect that man's wishes and not harass his office. Let's let the man do his work.
Mm-hmm.
But he was assigned to Ernie's case, and he did. Let me read it. He did acknowledge looking at myself and Kemper and family in court. So I do want to clarify that too. So, I believe you know me as Mr. Shell's attorney. Obviously, I can't talk about his case, but I did want to reach out to you because I believe you all might have had some questions about my representation. And instead of just letting that linger and fester out there, I thought it might be best for myself and my family if I just got in touch with you. That's the reason why when he said myself and my family, that's why I'm not going to use his name anymore. And we're not going to give his office phone number at his request. So let's respect that. Yes, I am a public defender in Madison County. I am not a private attorney. I think that was the biggest question you guys seem to have had. Now, I didn't ask that question. I'll drop a link and I'll play the part when he went up. I'll drop you a link, Rab. As for how the public defender's office gets appointed in cases, it's not always the same. Hello, Rap.
What's up? I'm like the king of streaming other people, as you know. So
that's good. That's good. Let me finish this email right quick.
Okay. All right.
Let's see. It's not always the same. So, the judge can appoint based on a submitted affidavit of independency. Let me turn the ringer off. I'm never gonna get through it. And then our office is notified, i.e., not necessarily during a docket. Or the judge may appoint at the person's first or subsequent early court appearance. For a felony offense, that first appearance is either on a jail docket or at the prelim in district. Very rarely do people show up in circuit without an attorney. So that leads me to believe that when Ernie cut his deal and got amended down to whatever the hell he said it was, that they also covered his, because that was in district court, that they also probably covered his appointing his attorney for his felony charge. So that's not what he said, but that's the way I'm assuming here. Very rarely do people come to show up in circuit court without an attorney. And as far as seeing you guys in the courtroom on Thursday, I wasn't sure if you guys were Ernie supporters or detractors. I know that there are both groups out there. If I was glaring, I'm sorry. I was trying to figure out which it might be. So he admitted that he was looking at us.
Yep.
Anyway, like I said, if you want to talk about any of this lame procedural stuff, I'm happy to talk to you next week. Our office number is publicly available, but I'll give it to you. And I'm hoping you'll do me a favor and not broadcast it, because I don't want our admins getting blown up. That's the reason why I asked, please don't blow up their admins, because he specifically asked me not to do that. I'll try to stay on their good side. Anyway, here's the number. Feel free to give me a call next week, or if you have any questions about the basics or how the appointment stuff works, or feel free to email me. And I've exchanged 3 more emails after that with him. So seems like a good fellow that's just representing somebody that's been assigned to him. Definitely wasn't hired independently, and I'm positive that he did not give Ernie the advice to not show up in court. So there.